Hello everyone and good evening. I am 𝗲𝗍𝗀𝗃 and let's start our Flutter journey. So, what is Flutter? Let's start with Flutter. Flutter is Google's portable UI toolkit for building beautiful multi-platform applications. By multi-platform, I mean that you can build applications that are supported on iOS, Android, web, Windows, Mac OS, Linux embedded from just a single code base. You can build applications from one single code base, which means that you don't have to learn different technologies for each of the platform. Flutter allows you to build native applications without much cost from a single code base. With Flutter, I would say that the possibilities are endless. And now I will show you a small video which will give you an idea about what we will be doing in this Flutter. I hope you have liked the video and you must be very excited about how we will be proceeding with the things in this. Now, I would like you to meet someone and he is very special. So, oh, yeah. So, meet Dash. He is the Flutter and Darts mascot. Basically, it's a cartoon version of an hummingbird by which the Flutter and Dart mascots, which means that both of these languages are really fast as the hummingbird. Next, when we are talking about Flutter, we are basically talking about these 5 foundational pillars on which the Flutter has been developed. It is fast, productive, beautiful, open, and portable. Uh, Now we will be just going into detail of all these. So by fast, we mean that Flutter allows you to create very fast applications. Like you can see in the image, there is an animation over which there is a text. So these all things are in the form of layers, which gives your device the power to create fast applications. Productive. I don't know how many of you interpret the word productive, but when we're talking about programming language, then the word productive means that you can create or whatever you are developing, like in this case, we are developing applications. So you can do that in a really productive manner, which means that if you want to change something like the text or the color of the background of your application, then in Flutter you can do it really easy, and you can easily change and create things using Flutter. Beautiful. It allows you to build beautiful applications because it has got many of the pre-designed widgets which are ready to available and ready to use. By using them, you can just create your own beautiful applications. Also, it has got customizable widgets that you can which are really easy to use, and you can just put in these your applications, which means that you can get the same look and feel on every device that you are using. Uh, let's take a simple example. You must be knowing that for each application, whether you are using on an Android or an iOS, the user interface is slightly different for both of these platforms. But when you are using Flutter, you are making applications that have the same design and same feel. It doesn't matter on which platform you are using, because we are creating the same code base for all the platforms. So it is really nice and interesting feature of Flutter. Flutter is open. It is an open source because there is not only one team which is sitting at Google and who is developing all the documentation and code base for the Flutter, but anyone like you and me can contribute to Flutter. Flutter's documentation and everything. If you have spotted a bug, let's say, or if you want to add on a feature that you feel like it should be there in the Flutter, so you can easily contribute that. Also, with the open source, there are also integrations that you can make. For example, if you are developing an application and you say that I want to use the machine learning into my application in some way, so these integrations are also open source. I mean, you can have the packages and you can just integrate those packages with your applications. And with this, you can just improve the efficiency of your application. By open source, you can say that with the help of open source, Flutter is improving really fast, because uh, Flutter was not there like 4 years ago, but now with this open source culture, this collaboration culture, it is really improving very fast. And it is not up to just one team. Anyone can just create uh, high quality documentation and code base to the Flutter. Next is portable. In simple meaning, it means that uh, wherever you code, that will be running on any of the platform, like the mobile, web, desktop, embedded devices, because the same code is working for every platform. Next we have is, as Tim Smith, product director, Flutter and Dart says, Flutter is the first UI platform that is designed for an ambient computing world, which uh, which is a huge statement in its whole, because when we are talking about Flutter, we are saying that it is not uh, just we are making something, but it is that we are developing something which can be accessible, which is available on all the platforms. So UI plays here a very important role as the user interface, because when you are designing an application for, let's say, Android, then you need to have a different user interface than you need to have on a web browser, because things are really different there. But with Flutter, the UI is not an issue. You can just easily use the toolkit and just build like cool apps that will be working on all the platforms very easily. Next is many of the tech giants, big enterprises, businesses like Toyota, Ubuntu, BMW, eBay. They all use the Flutter in their enterprise applications. Also, Flutter is being used in many of the Google tools like Google Pay, Google Analytics, Google Ads. So these all also use these Flutter technology. It has also got global community support, which means that there is nothing that can stop you from learning Flutter, because if you are learning Flutter, let's suppose, and you can come across many of the queries and doubts. So all the many of the GitHub repositories are there, and all the contributors and open source community is there to help you. And this community is thriving, and it's really amazing to be a part of this community. So the next is where you will be doing the Flutter, right? Where you will be building. So you can, it's up to you. You can use Android Studio, VS Code, Xcode. Also, the tools like Firebase, Android APIs, iOS APIs, you can use them and integrate in your application, and you can build Flutter applications. All right. Now, till this we were talking about Flutter. Now we will be talking about Dart, which is a client optimized language for fast apps on any platform. Because let's connect back to where we all started, that we want to build applications that are available on all the devices. So using Dart, you can build applications. It is optimized for UI, which means user interface is not an issue if you are building for Android or if you are building for web browsers. So you can do that easily. Also, it has got productive development, which means that you will not be focusing on hardcore coding, but it has got productive functions and features that will help you do the developing in a very easy manner. Also, it is fast on all the platforms. So we also have this feature in our Flutter also, as we discussed earlier, because this is because when we are saying that our application should be fast, it means that if you are running on a mobile phone, then it is opening very fast. But when we are just opening on a web browser, then it is not running. This should not be happening, right? So our application should be fast on all the platforms, and that is where Dart and Flutter makes it a perfect combination for our applications to run in the real world. Next is Firebase. We have two tools that we will be using in this Flutter campaign, which is Firebase and Google Cloud. So first, I will just show you this small video on Firebase, where you will be get to know about what Firebase is.
Developing a successful app isn't easy. To reach a broad audience, you'll need to consider your iOS, Android, and mobile web users. And to build for these platforms, you'll need a backend server to store data and support the apps. Of course, you want to get your users logged in, hopefully lots of users, which means your backend will have to scale. Then after you've solved your scaling problems, you'll have to find more ways to spread the word to get new users. But have you found a way to measure all this activity? And oh no, your app is crashing and causing servers to melt down, and you haven't even made a dime yet. Don't you wish this could be easier? This is why we built Firebase. It has all the tools you need to build a successful app. It helps you reach new users, keep them engaged, scale up to meet that demand, in addition to getting paid. So let Firebase handle the details of your app's backend infrastructure, user engagement, and monetization, while you spend more time building the apps your users will love. To manage and monitor your apps connected to Firebase, there's a web console to view crashes, set up experiments, track analytics, and a whole lot more.
So Firebase is something that helps you build and make your app complete. You can build your applications on it, and you can take insights about your app with the help of Google Analytics regarding anything like the demographics, in which area your application is being used and at what time. So Firebase is something that makes your app complete and successful at the same time. Next is our Google Cloud. Many of you must have participated in 30 Days of Google Cloud campaign, and you must be knowing what Google Cloud is. And it is used to manage data. It is also used to manage the infrastructure. You can handle your local data on your local machine, and there's so much about Google Cloud that you must be knowing. But these two tools, Google Cloud and Firebase, makes your application complete. So they are better together. You can just easily use the tools in Google Cloud and make your app ready to roll in the real world. Now, there's a lot that you have Now, you must be saying that yes, we have got so much to know about the Flutter and the Firebase and Google Cloud, what we all need to do. So you must be asking like, okay, now let's get to the working part of what we need to actually do. There are several quests that that you as a participants and all the we have to do, and these are the quests that we need to do about the Flutter, which is being started with the Flutter. So there are 4 labs, which we will be also demonstrating in a while about all these. So the next quest is about Dart, because we also need to, work in Dart. So we also need to learn about Dart. There are also 4 labs regarding this, and by doing this, you will get to know about the language. The next one is advancing in Flutter, in which you will be actually practicing hands-on development in Flutter. It also consists of 5 labs that will help you understand how things are working in this. And next, I would like to say that next I would like to call Hemant to show the demonstration of the labs, as we need to do the quest and how the procedure is of earning the badges.
Hello everyone, I'll be sharing you my screen for the demonstration of a lab. And I guess it's presenting you all. And yeah, so most of the users are here already introduced with the quick labs, and now we will call it for cloud skill boost here. And we will be providing you a special link from where you can access the labs, because on the normal links this is just a simple link, but we will be providing you a special link with a code at the end that will provide you some credits so that you can access in a better way. Currently I have just an alternate account with 0 credits, and you may or may not have any credit right now. That's not the case, but just make sure you access the lab from the link that we will provide you. First of all, enroll this quest, and it will open up a new page, and we can see here we will get 4 credits for now. And you can also see all the labs here. There are 4 labs in this quest, and 4 credits will be the cost of each lab, like 1 credit for one, another for another. So we will be getting 4 credits for all the labs. And when we will start our first lab, it will ask us to use a credit. First of all, an CAPTCHA will be there. And see, launch with 1 credit, and after that 1 credit will be deducted from our account. Here, previously in the 30 days Google Cloud, there used to be a username and a password, but now we are going to have an IDE link that will be nothing else but the VS Code in a web browser. And here is a live server where we are going to have our output of the code. Right now this will not show anything because there is no code here. This is a web version of our VS Code. Let's just split our screen, and below we will be having the tutorial, like how to get started with the VS Code. Here the first part is we have to create a app. There will be a boilerplate code for it. that Flutter will automatically create for us. The terminal I have opened is with a shortcut Control and tilde. But if you don't want to use any kind of shortcuts, there is a dedicated button for it, terminal and new terminal. This will open up here. And now just paste it and give the access for the clipboard here.
Hemant, please, can you repeat this step? How we can basically just paste the code?
Okay, sure. Like from here, just copy it, and then there will be a dedicated button for the terminal here. New terminal. We have to open a new terminal. It opened two terminals for me now. Before, this was the terminal that I opened firstly, and first time when I will press Control Shift V, it will not paste directly, but it will ask me, like, it is an incognito mode, so it will ask me for like the permission to access the clipboard or not. We can just allow it and paste here, and it will, after the pressing enter, it will just create a boilerplate code for our app. Right now, if we will list the command, here is the first app, and we can also see here open folder. It will show us here first app. These are the all by default directories that are already provided for us. We don't need to install any Flutter here. It is already in our environment. Just click on first app and OK. Basically, the first app is the folder name of our app, where a boilerplate code is generated already. You can also see 10 out of 10 scores are already given to us. Now these are the commands to open the folder from the terminal, but for easy access, we will be opening it from here. All these Android, iOS, and everything is here by default. And they are just telling us the detail about what is the code here. And then there is a command fwr. It will allow us to run our code. Like whenever we will make any changes here, firstly we have to make a fwr command. And it will make a connection so that our live server will be connected to the code base of our environment. I think there is a message. Okay. Yeah. So now if we will just refresh. See, here we will write our code and the output will be given on this service. This is a live server we are going to use here. All the code that was created in the first app, the output is here. See, this was the pic that is described, and here it is. Now, what is hot reload? Hot reload is just a refresh thing that is going to be used by us. Like when we are going to make any changes in our app, then we will just press R here, and it will refresh the output here, and it will reflect us the output. We don't have to close our server and then restart it. Just press R in the terminal and it will refresh the code, and the output will be generated here in just a couple of seconds. here they are explaining where we have to start, like lib/main.dart. So we will find our lib directory here and then main.dart. I think we should, yeah. Here is the code, like the first Flutter demo homepage. We can see that here, Flutter demo homepage. And the lab is telling us to change it to Flutter is awesome. You can just copy it from here or you can type yourself also. Yeah. Okay. Run command. Run command is just FWR that will connect our web server to the link here. Like in starting, we received two links. One was IDE and other was live server. Live server is where we are going to display our output. This is the live server link that QuickLab provided just for this minutes. It will show the time and the link will all automatically disposed after that particular time, and the IDE will be something where we are going to make our coding part. And when in our terminal we have to make FWR command, it will connect the code base to the server, live server here. It is a unique code here, and you can just you can just get it from the starting part. And after making changes here, you have to press R, whether it is small r or capital R, doesn't matter, just press R in the terminal again after making the changes. I have made the changes and see page requires refresh. Now when we are coming here, Flutter demo homepage is the title. When we will refresh it, it will take a loading and then okay, it's taking a bit of more. I guess QuickLab is just loaded very high this time. Generally, it just take 2 to 3 seconds to reload the output. So you have it out. Yeah, just the title of the page would be changed to Flutter is awesome. Nothing else would be there, and we can move forward just to submit the code, because we have already gained the 10 out of 10 and the progress will be completed for the first thing. Yep. Like before, the output was Flutter demo homepage, and later this would be like Flutter is awesome. This was the first thing. Quick Labs just wanted to quick start our journey here with Flutter. And yeah, be sure to end your lab first. And it is still loading. I think we should just close it. And this one too. Before that, just exit. Done. And after that, once you have done the lab, you will get monthly subscription here. Just by doing the first lab, you will get a monthly subscription here, and then you will be able to access any of the labs we are going to provide you. Just keep in mind, the first lab you must have to enroll by this link. We have given it in the chat box also, and we will provide you in the mails and the WhatsApp group as well. So make sure you have to use the same link, not any other link. Do anyone have any doubt till now? We will be providing you Dart as well as Flutter Essentials Quick Lab links. Feel free to turn on your mic, or you can just type in the chat box also.
Hello, Hemant?
Yes, Abhay.
Yeah, how can we, what was the first step before entering the terminal? My terminal is not recognizing the command flutter
Oh,
create first
okay.
step.
For that, we just have to, let me just show you. We can attempt a lab for 5 times, and here it is. The first step is this. You want to turn on the terminal, just go to the left side here, the top button, these lines, navigation lines.
Yes,
Like
I've opened the terminal. I've also put in the command, but it's not like recognizing the command. It's saying the term Flutter is not recognized as the name of a cmdlet.
Okay, I think Flutter create app command is not working for you.
Yeah. Do we have to download the extension first?
No. You are going on local computer or Quick Labs
I'm going on VS Code.
in your laptop, not on the Quick Labs, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So for that you have to install Flutter. We
Okay.
will provide you the links for the installation guide. I have just shown the Quick Labs part. Quick Lab already gives us the Flutter environment and all the essential requirements, all the dependencies pre-installed in our environment.
Okay.
So if you want to use Flutter in your laptop, not on the Quick Labs, you have to install the Flutter and Dart and many more things. We will give you a complete guide, step by step Flutter documentation that you have to follow.
Okay.
And any more doubt?
Yeah. Hemant, if I don't have Flutter installed on my laptop, then all the things that you have given the demo, that will work the same way you have did it?
Yeah, you ma'am, we have to install Flutter first on our laptop
Okay.
to run.
Okay.
But if we are doing on Quick Labs, we don't require
Yeah, that
anything.
is what I'm saying, that the way you have followed the way that is using the quick lap links,
Yes,
then
ma'am.
for that I don't need to install Flutter, na? Because
Yep.
that will be pre-installed in the quick lap platform itself.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, ma'am. Any more doubt? I guess everything is clear, so we can move further. Now, our next part is intro to our solution challenge of 2022, and I'll over to 𝗲𝗃, who will tell you about the solution challenge. Over to you, 𝗲𝗃.
Thank you, Hemant. Mansi, can you please present the screen for the presentation?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm doing.
Okay, so a very good evening, everyone. I hope you all are doing well and you had fun during this Flutter session. Now I would be telling you about the Solution Challenge 2022. It is a challenge to solve one or more of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals using Google technology. Students all around the world participate in this, and it is used to develop solutions for local community problems using one or more Google products or platforms. Mansi, can we move to the next slide? Okay, now as you can see on the screen, these are the 17 sustainable goals. These are created by the United Nations in 2015, and these are to be achieved by the year 2030. It aims to end poverty, ensure prosperity, and protect the planet. Mansi, to the next screen, please. Okay, now as you can see on the screen, the prize category is divided into 4. The top 50 teams are going to receive customized mentorship from Googlers and experts to take solutions to the next level, a branded t-shirt and a certificate. The top 10 finalists receive additional mentorship, a swag box, the opportunity to showcase solutions to Googlers and developers all around the world at Demo Day live on YouTube. Now, for the contest finalists, in addition to the swag box, each individual from the additional 7 recognized teams will receive a cash prize of $1,000 per student. Winnings for each qualifying team will not exceed $4,000. Now, at last, the top 3 winners. In addition to the swag box, each individual from the top 3 winning teams will receive a cash prize of $3,000 and a feature on the Google Developers blog. Winnings for each qualifying team will not exceed $12,000. Mansi, to the next screen, please. Okay, now this is the important part. To enroll in the challenge, you have to make sure that you join the Google Developer Student Club. You have to register for the solution challenge by submitting the form. The form will be provided to you by our team, and we would be also mailing you the details of the challenge. For those who have registered in the Flutter Festival, they would be receiving a mail from our side with all the details of the solution challenge. Also, you have to make sure that you have to submit your idea and record a demo video before 31st of March. Mansi, to the next screen. So now we have the Q&A session. Mansi, over to you.
All right. So I would just add on to one thing, which is this one. That with the quest, we can also just begin our Flutter learning journey on the web, on the Flutter's official website. I will just quickly show you about this. Okay, so we are headed towards flutter.dev learning center. You can easily just find out on the official website. So if you are new to Flutter journey, then there are pathways that have been made by the Flutter. As a beginner, if you select the beginner here, then these are the things that are just being told here to do. Like you can just go to Dartpad for practicing the Dart. I will just show you how it is. So it is the environment on which you can practice on with the Dart. And the next is the installation guides. As Hemant said, that if we will also be sharing all the resources. So these are the guides still like about how you can install Flutter on your device, right? If you're on a Windows, then you can select Windows and all these steps that you need to follow. Next is, while you are installing, you can also feel free to check out these links in which the documentation of Flutter is provided, and also you can visit the YouTube channel as well, where lots of incredible videos are there that can make your learning process easy. And like this, you can say, all right, you can just view it yourself. And for intermediate track, we are having different things that you can just check it out. And that was all that I need to do at day. And next we have is Q&A session. I know you must be very overwhelmed with all this information about Flutter, about Dart and Firebase and then Google Cloud, but don't worry, we all are here. Our whole GDSC team is here to support you with this Flutter Festival journey. And if you have any queries or doubts, you can just ask, and feel free to just drop in the chat box, or you can ask as well. I just want to add that this is something you can say that okay, this campaign is something about, or you can say it's about Flutter or maybe Google Cloud. But it's not about that only. It is about technology, and what we can do at our sides is we can just increase our ability to just move with the pace, because technology is changing so fast these days. So this is an amazing time to just learn about Flutter, and because Flutter Festival is here in our college, so let's just uh, get yourself ready for this thing, for this campaign. And there are many more sessions that we will be conducting, and it's gonna be a good and fun and excited journey. So I hope that you will be staying with us, and thank you for being here and for being here with us this evening. Thank you so much.